We got us a corpse and cartridge occasion.
First off, thank you. 18,000 subscribers. You guys put a lot of faith into a Yoshi main who can't even consistently break throws. Somebody grabs me more than twice in a match and I'm angry. The fact that you guys support me through all this chaos, thank you. There's a lot of amazing things happening right now. I and a lot of people believe that this is one of the best times to ever be a fighting game player ever. The arcade era was legendary, but the era that we're approaching right now could change everything. Okay, let me say this. If your character is not in Tekken 8, it will be a tragedy because Tekken 8 is shaping up to be the most ambitious Tekken ever created. And there is no guarantee that Tekken 9 will have all of the features that this one has. Tekken 8 is having all of this stuff because Tekken 7 was so successful. So if Tekken 8 is super successful, which I think it will be, but if Tekken 8 is super successful, then Tekken 9 will have just as much, maybe even more. But we got to get there. That's like a decade away. You don't want your character to miss out on this one. That's all I gotta say. Now let's start the tradition. Talking trash about Mortal Kombat at the start of the video. I was very excited for Mortal Kombat and it let me down. Oh, so down. Every time I check Twitter, something is just like, wow. Ed Boon says, we are working on additional features for MK1. Can't announce any dates, specific moments. Which feature would you like to see first? This is very basic features. Like when you read that, you think, okay, they're gonna do something cool. But then they have crossplay listed, ranked play switched to 2 out of 3, ping, filter. Like, bro, this is trash, bro. This is what I mean. This is stuff that Tekken 8 like announced. Remember when Harada announced crossplay way back when, and somebody was like, Harada, are you gonna have crossplay? And he was like, duh, it's gonna have crossplay. It's 2023. Every game, this is my opinion, every game that releases from now on that's multiplayer should have crossplay. This is just another instance of Mortal Kombat just being a outdated game. Like, oh guys, we're working on features, Wi-Fi filters. Like, that is so trash, bro. So trash. Let's continue. Something else that Mortal Kombat did. We talked about this, but I see a excellent comparison because when I say something, you know, people say, oh, you're a Tekken fanboy, you're gonna hate on the game. Here's a Mortal Kombat dedicated channel on Twitter. They have a comparison. Street Fighter 6 has $15 the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles skins. Mortal Kombat 1 has $12 fatalities. What will Tekken 8 have? I always ask this question as well. I'm going to do a poll in a couple of days asking, would you guys be willing to spend $10, $15, $13 on a skin? Will skins be something that Tekken 8 pushes, or will they have a battle pass, or will they just bundle all that stuff into season passes? We don't know, but the other fighting games are doing it. All games do it except for like Elden Ring, and you know, you have some anomalies. Will Tekken 8 stoop to that level? While you're answering in the comment section, another one, this is the last one, then we'll move on to some Tekken 8 amazing announcements. This is comparing the official accounts on both Mortal Kombat and Tekken, and Mortal Kombat has 200,000 more. They both released their new trailers at about the same time. Omni-Man for Mortal Kombat with just under 1 million impressions, that's views, while Tekken's Victor has nearly 4 million views. Victor is not a guest character and will make his debut in Tekken 8. Omni-Man is one of the most important iconic figures of like today, you know, like think of a character who has more impact than Omni-Man. You can say like a Homelander or something like that. Mortal Kombat has them both and still they're losing. I often bring up the topic of what guest character can we use in Tekken 8 to compete with Mortal Kombat. Omni-Man, Homelander, we gotta fight back. You guys like the Baki, the Tifa, the Kiri Kazama. There was one person who said Godzilla. I love that idea. But in all seriousness, Tekken has to compete. Or does it? 4 million views and it's not even a crossover collaboration guest character. Tekken 8 is just on fire. They showed us so much this week, it's hard to even comprehend it all. And this is why I tweeted out Tekken 8, because they do not drop the ball. But that's not it. 2 characters. Victor was announced on the 2nd, and then a last character will be announced on the 12th. Now, I was scratching my head like, what's on the 12th? I don't see anything. EVO comes in. In a tweet, they say, 7 EVO champions, 1 at Tekken 8 show match. The final chapter reveal, presenting at EVO Tekken 8 Showcase on November the 12th, 2023. But of course, they're talking about the 7 EVO champions. Here's a list of them: Nobi, Saint, JDCR, Ni, Arsalan has a couple of them, Book, once again, Ni, Lohai. You have a lot of great champions, and I'm so excited to see what they do in Tekken 8, but we got to get there first. But Tekken, they quote tweet this, and they say, "Get ready for the next battle. On November the 12th, we got a show match with all of the 7 EVO champions, a Tekken Talk with special guests Kitsu, Harada, Michael Murray, and Ikeda. The final Tekken 8 character reveal you won't want to miss." You won't want to miss this. Now, we all already know who it is, but this is so important. A new Mishima, but not like Lars. Lars kind of is his own character. Lars is kind of his own thing, his own fighting style. Raina will be the replacement of Heihachi. Heihachi is one of the most important characters in all of fighting games. He's up there with Bison, with Geese Howard, with Akuma. So to finally replace him, you got to do that perfectly. Like, I think they did a good job with replacing Bison for Geese. They did the best job they can do because Bison is such a legendary character, and there's no real way JP can match up to that on day one. But I think that character is good for what he is. He just has to grow to eventually become that iconic character like Bison. And then the same can be said for Raina. This character will probably face some criticism when everyone officially sees the character, right? But then also this character will have to prove themselves. I have a very good video. It's my ideas of what this character will do in the story to make a statement, because we need this character to make a statement. If you're going to replace Heihachi, the big bad, you have to bring that same level of power to the story. Stay tuned for that video, but the final thing that I want to talk about is what comes next. After the November 12th, you have a pretty much month-long gap of nothing. From what we can see, after November 12th, there's nothing left for Tekken. December the 7th, of course, they'll do something at the Game Awards. They will not miss that. That's the biggest gaming event of the year. So maybe that's when we'll get a launch trailer or a story trailer, something of that sort. But then you got to keep in mind, we're still waiting for all of the, I believe, 11 individual gameplay trailers for each character. I don't know how or when they're going to do it all. I think it would be complete madness if they did it after November, leading up to December. But only time will tell. Once it starts, we'll be able to understand how it's going to flow. The Tekken World Tour Finals is on the I think it's on the 18th, the 17th, or something like that. It's a week before the game comes out. That will be the definitive end for Tekken 7. You want to go out with a bang. You want to celebrate Tekken at the Tekken World Tour Finals. So what is it that they will show? Gameplay trailers, yes, that's cool, but that's predictable. Some other kind of trailer, maybe a story, a reveal. In my opinion, I think that's too close to the release. You would want to do something like that a little bit in advance, like I said, the Game Awards. What I think is the most realistic, and what I see a lot of other people saying, and I really hope this is true. At the Tekken World Tour Finals, players are predicting that Michael Murray and Harada will walk up on stage and announce the first DLC character for Tekken 7. It makes perfect sense, especially now that we have Tekken 8 revealing the last character at the EVO showcase. You announce the character at the Tekken World Tour Finals, and then at EVO Japan, which is like 2-3 months later, you give the official reveal of the character, and then Harada can say his special words tomorrow, and then the character comes out, and then we really get cooking. Whether that will come true, only time